Okay, now y'all can put the cork back on the in the champagne because but I try to tell y'all, listen, if that little man was to leave up out of here with his little wispy wiglet, they would not be able to keep that shit under wraps. I done tried to tell y'all, but y'all was just like, no, there was a jet and there was an ambulance and there was all this thing. They would not be able to keep that shit under wraps, baby. I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all. He did not touch the hem of the garment. He said he still here, motherfuckers, what y'all talking about. He said he ain't hear nothing about him supposed to be going on to glory. He been out here chilling and whatnot. He was like, I've been active. Anyways, the big announcement was nothing more than the air being released from a balloon because he said he is moving Space Command from Colorado to Huntsville, Alabama. Now, Huntsville, y'all, will now be called Rocket City because he is renaming y'all. Y'all, we can't even make this shit up. He also said that he is going to bring forth 30,000 jobs with this move because, it's just going to be great. And then all of them set up there like, third string league members like, yeah, thank you so much, Mr. President, because God bless all of this. Baby, you wouldn't know God if he was sitting right beside you, and he is everywhere. So, there's that. But the fact of the matter is, Alabama's infrastructure couldn't handle 30,000 extra folks. And I don't want to hear, oh, well, there's people there already looking for a job. There are. There are, but look at what they're doing with the FBI. All right. But, anyways, y'all, the fact of the matter is, he said that one of the big reasons that he was doing this is because Colorado has a heavy presence of mail in ballots. Alabama does too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, remember, I think it was last week where he was saying that he was going to sign an executive order to end mail-in ballots because he was like, that compromises the integrity of the elections and whatnot. Y'all, it doesn't. It absolutely doesn't. He absolutely knows that mail-in ballots compromises his chances of winning. But again, Alabama does have that, and do remember that the election boards is that little thing that they kept pressing them states' rights. Mm-hmm. So he can sign the executive order all he wants to. There will be lawsuits because absolutely not. Now, here's the other thing. Of course, you had Tommy 2 revealed, which I don't understand. Alabama, what the hell y'all doing? Why y'all got this little football man up here trying to run y'all's government? But anyways, of course, talking about the endurance of it all, and he is just so gracious to be a part of such a transition. Now, here's the thing. Of course, they are upset because Biden was the one who overturned this because when it was presented to him, they let him know that it would take anywhere from 3 to 4 years to construct the facilities that are currently in Colorado in Huntsville, Alabama. So, you all are talking about for us to have a strong military presence, we have to be in the skies. We have to be, up there and doing all the things. But it's going to take y'all 3 to 4 years to make this happen. And all the money that it's going to take. And y'all are okay with leaving this type of opening and what have you. It was never about security, y'all. It's always about him having his name on these buildings and him trying to undermine other people because, of course, they announced that Biden was nominated for that little prize that he's trying to get his hands on and won't nobody nominate him, and now he up here angry. And of course, he also called y'all in these other cities that he plans on sending the National Guard to, that y'all was born to be criminals. Because he was like, they didn't got all the criminals out of DC. I don't think so. Mm-hmm. Chicago and Baltimore, y'all are up, and hopefully y'all got a plan here because. And it was so interesting how Oklahoma got chin checked because they absolutely were talking about how they supported him bringing the National Guard into these other cities, but looking at Oklahoma being higher in crime. But remember, it was always about, dealing with these shithole cities and what have you, these hellhole cities. But you ain't touching these red ones, huh? Yeah. America's not a real place, and y'all don't get a handle on this bullshit. This man really gonna end it all.
Like and subscribe to Mom's channel.